Little DJ, what up? How you doing, bro? Let me get my question up, man. How you feeling, bro? What's up? What makes a good partner? Let me get that poll question up, man. But how you feeling, bro? All right, let me see if I can move. I'm doing fantastic, man. Thanks for asking, bro. I'm doing fantastic, man. Thanks for asking. Just putting that Q&A question up. Yeah. How's your family, bro? Family doing all right? These eggs right here. I know what I'm gonna make. I'm gonna make a tuna omelet. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. But little DJ, man, what do you think about that question right there, bro? Maybe you could start it off, bro. What you think, man? Got the hickory wild caught tuna. I'm gonna combine it with the eggs. What do you think about that question, though, bro? What do you think makes a good partner, man? All right, let me get a bowl. Let's start mixing these eggs with this tuna. My power went out. Oh man, that's crazy. Where you live, bro? What state? What state you live in, bro? All I see is what makes. It says what makes a good partner. Let me move it for you. I'm trying to get it like not in the middle of the screen. Should see it now. What makes a good partner? Last time we were on here, we talked about what makes a good friend. So now we're just gonna reload the question and see what makes a good partner. You know what I'm saying? Just reload the question a little bit. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we got the eggs, got the tuna. We get a little cheese, just cause like why not? Blend it up, cook it up. You know what I mean? Yeah, we had a good conversation on what makes a good friend. Now we're talking about what makes a good partner, man. What makes a good partner in a relationship? I think that needs to be talked about. I think sometimes we just assume that relationships should just work because somebody likes how somebody else looks, they like their swag, they like how they make them feel. But does that make them a good partner? That's a good question. One that is trustworthy and respectful. That's right. I like it. Would you say, DJ, would you say that you guys have to have a friendship prior to the relationship or not really? What do you think about that? Does there need to be a friendship prior to the relationship or not really? Follow God's way. I like that. I like that. But do you guys need to have a friendship prior to the relationship or not really? We got one, two, three, four, five eggs, and we're gonna add that tuna in a hot second. What y'all think, man? Welcome to the Breakfast Club, man. What makes a good partner? Drop it in the comments. Let's talk about it. Let's go. Let's grow. Let's go. Let's grow, baby. All right, so we're gonna put this hickory tuna, making a nice tuna omelet. This is actually a really good flavored tuna right here. Real nice. We're gonna put that right in the eggs. What's up, Slime? We're gonna make a nice high protein tuna omelet real quick. I got 5 eggs in here. All right. I got 5 eggs and I got a pack of hickory tuna. I'm gonna add a little bit of seasoning. Just a little bit. A little garlic salt. Yeah, nice high protein. I'm gonna couple that with some sourdough toast and a smoothie, man. Slime play, man. How you doing, bro? Maybe you could jump in a discussion and tell me what you think, what makes a good partner, man. The last discussion we talked about what makes a good friend. Now we talking about what makes a good partner, bro. A little garlic or onion powder. Yes, that's my sister. What my sister did, she's been with her boyfriend for 14 years. Oh, dope. So they were friends first, huh? Garlic powder. Kobe Jack cheese. Listen, cheese in the omelet. It's almost like a tuna melt without the bread. Just dab a little cheese in there. And here's a little secret. If you want your eggs to come out super, super creamy, right? Just put a little drop of hash and hash in there. Just a drop. All right. Let's go ahead and get. He said, what makes a good partner is probably someone who sticks with you and does things with you. Now, I agree. You got to have time and presence. I totally agree. We're going to put a little butter right here in the pan. And we're going to get it popping, man. Yeah, I was 7 years old when I met her boyfriend. That's funny. That's totally funny, bro. So he's been around the family for a long time. So we got that pan getting nice and hot, family. Nice and hot pan right here. And while that butter is getting warm and melted, let's go ahead and hit these eggs up. Miss Mowat, what's up? How you been? Long time no see. Brooklyn Gold, bro. I've been looking for you. Malik, where you been at, bro? I've been looking for you, bro. Y'all come on in. Good. I appreciate y'all coming in today. Come join this discussion, man. Come join this discussion, man. The Breakfast Club is back, but we're not just back. We better. Malik, man, after Tampa lost, I haven't seen you, bro. I was worried. When Tampa lost, I was worried. I appreciate you, Slime. Appreciate you, Slime. Hey, Slime, let me ask you a question. Do you think that people that are dating should be friends first? What you think about that? Or is that not a requirement? What y'all think? I have my own thoughts, but I want to hear your thoughts. That's how you build. That's how you grow with others. You know what I mean? Rams. Are you a Rams fan? You a Rams fan, DJ? Traveling for working. Oh, okay. I got you, bro. I got you, Brooklyn. I thought after Tampa, had their little debacle, I was like, I hope my boy Malik ain't crash out. Slime Play says, I think they should. Why do you think they should, Slime? Some people are like, you know what? I don't need to be friends with who I'm dating, man. We got love for each other, man. We don't need no friendship. We just need love. We just need love and affection. Yeah, Brooklyn, you was talking, real spicy earlier on, and then I didn't see you no more. I'm like, I gotta check on my boy, bro. I was looking all around for you, Discord, everywhere. I gotta check on my dog. This just sport, you know what I'm saying? These These cats millionaires. Oh, you're not you used to be with the Chiefs before? Yeah, I'm not with the Chiefs neither, bro. I'm a fly Eagles fly kind of guy. You know what I mean? Miss Mowat, are you still here, Miss Mowat? Talk to me. What makes a good partner? Slime says, well, you need to get to know each other and not making it in a weird way. So they should be friends. So when they say, hey, I want to get to know you, it won't sound weird when they're dating. Now that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. So basically, everybody's saying in the chat that relationships should start with friendship. If you believe that, type of one in the chat. Relationships should start with friendship. If you don't believe that, type a two in the chat. Because we're gonna talk about it, family. Man, this smells delicious, dude. It smells delicious. I've always been a Bruce Ran. Oh, nice, nice. Slime Play says friendship first, baby. Little DJ says friendship first. Like it, like it, like it, like it. Friendship first. Anybody don't believe that, type two in the chat. If you don't believe that we need to be friends before we become, lovers, No friendship before lovers. Is that what you guys are saying? Pastor Simple says, is steak and eggs the only thing you ever eat? Pastor Simple, you ain't been here in a while. But today I'm having wild caught hickory smoked tuna, bro. So incorrect, brother. But good to see you though, man. And I don't even eat steak and eggs most of the time, to be honest with you. Oh, snap. I'm over here fumbling the bag, trying to explain myself. That's why don't explain yourself. You fumble the bag, yo. There we go. All right. Tuna is so good. That's right. That's right. Yeah, this right here is nice little tuna scramble, if you will. I won't call it an omelet. I call it a scramble. But Pastor Simple, since you're in here, man, tell me, do you think that friends or people that are relationships before they become partners, should they be friends first? What do you think about that? This smells delicious, by the way. Should they be friends first? I got a gift for two of my clients. Let me show y'all while you guys are answering that question. Look what I got them, man. Just because they've been working so hard. They've been working so hard, man. I got them a Let's Go, Let's Grow t-shirt with the logo on the back. Nice soft cotton. You know what I mean? They working hard. One of them, one of them booked me. Their parents booked me till May, so I gotta give them a shirt just for the support. But the official Let's Go, Let's Grow shirt. Oh, that's hard. Let me let it sit right here so the people can see it. Let's go, let's grow, baby. You see that? That's what I'm talking about. If you could be anything in the world, what would you be? If I could be anything in the world, I would be myself. I think the most powerful thing you can be in the world is yourself. Now, if you're talking about like a profession, is that what you're saying? Like a profession? Maybe you mean from a profession standpoint. Help me out. Eggs are looking good. I think it's a good idea to be friends first. It makes everything more exciting once you start being romantic. The best relationships I've had have been friends first. I like that, Pastor Simple. Love that. I agree with that. Me and my wife are great friends. And when we don't agree in marriage, we always can result back on friendship. So I totally agree that friendship um, is wise. Now I know that it's not, it doesn't happen that way, but I think it's a great thing. Slime says, if I could be anything, I would say, um, I would say, I would like to be a, I would like to be, I got to put some thought into that. Davy says trust. I like that. I like that, Davy. Davy, since you just said trust, do you think that you should be friends before you become partners? Answer that question for me, Davy. Welcome to the Breakfast Club. Slime, if I could be anything, you know what I would be? If I could be anything, I would be a uh, leader of an organization where I help to train and develop people that want to keep going and keep growing. I would like to be lead an organization that could help a lot of people grow that don't have the resources to grow, like a nonprofit organization where they come, I put them through programs to help them become the best versions of themselves because they may not have the resources or they may not have the courage to do so. I would like to come up with an organization like that myself, nonprofit. Tyree Sullivan, what's going on, man? Welcome to the Breakfast Club. Negan says it's happy birthday. Happy birthday, brother. Although I've noticed it's hard to find women who don't get turned off by feeling like a friend. Well, listen, I think that if the woman is worth it, she'll take the friendship as an opportunity to get to know you rather than just jumping into the relationship. You feel me? I think a real woman understands that. You know what I'm saying? A real woman understands that it takes time to cultivate. Fourth wall, man. Welcome to the Breakfast Club, man. Look at it. Look at this tuna scramble right here. You see, we got everything we need in there. Tuna scramble. Smells good. Appreciate you, Slime. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, smells good, looks good. I'm gonna cut that off, put this here. By the way, for you guys just coming in, I'm giving away these two shirts to two of my clients that I got to work with today. Two of my clients I got to work with today. One of them booked me till May, and the other one has been working so hard to get better in their athletics. So I'm gonna drop these off to them for our sessions. Nice soft cotton. These are size mediums, but I can't wait to give it to them, man, as a nice gift. Don't forget, y'all. Let's go, let's grow, baby. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Let's see. Tennis. What's up, Tennis? I appreciate you, Tennis. Thank you. Yeah, Pastor Simple, man. I think a real woman will understand that, man. Doris says smoothie time. You already know, bro. Let me drop these right here, though. Let me drop these. Let me drop the gambling. What's up, gambling? YT. What's going on? Mr. White, what's up? What would your dream be? What would your dream be if you can dream of anything? What would it be? My dream would be what I was telling you earlier about coming up with an organization to help people that want to grow this, that they don't have the resources or they don't have the understanding of how to grow. That would be number one. Number two would be to have enough financial freedom to be able to do many impactful things in the world with my family alongside with me. That would be my dream. Financial freedom to the point where I could be impactful to the world. Gaming YT, man, welcome. How you doing, bro? Join the conversation, join the vibe, join the Breakfast Club, bro. Just join. You feel me? Slime plays. Did I say something that made you teary, bro? My bad. All right. So if you've been with me for a while, you know I had the magic bullet, right? I had the magic bullet for a long time. It would be a cup like this. It'd be a cup like this for the magic bullet. You know what I mean? But wifey hooked me up. No, it's just so sweet. I appreciate you, Slime, man. That's who I am, bro. I appreciate you, man. So now we done upgraded for the birthday to the Ninja. You know the little Ninja Twister joint? Looks something like this. We upgraded to this one right here. We upgraded to this one right here. Um, Brooklyn Goat says financial freedom is key. That's right. But you know what? I don't want financial freedom to just travel the world and just bask in excess, right? I want financial freedom so that I can be impactful to the world. Because I believe that if I can impact my family, if I can impact the world, then life not only has more meaning, but life is better when you're helping others. Hello. Oh, he says, "You're so sweet, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Keep up this good work. One day you'll be what you want. Have a good day. Hey, Slime, man. Appreciate you stopping by, bro. I see you on the next one, man." Raymond says, "I'm gonna upgrade you. Upgrade me to what? This ninja joint is fantastic." Brooklyn says, "Health is key." Yeah, man. Health is wealth, bro. So I guess when I guess I gotta be cognizant of that. When I talk about wealth, I also, subconsciously, I also include wealth in or health in my thinking. But I guess I should differentiate that so people know the difference. But I think it's all one and the same. Like if you got money but you don't have health, like who cares about the money? You know what I'm saying? If you got money but you don't have health, I mean, who cares about the money at that point? Is the money gonna like what's the money gonna do for you if you ain't got no health in your life? You know what I'm saying? That's just my thinking. But Brooklyn Goat, man, I would love to hear what you think makes a good partner, bro. What do you think makes a good partner? Last time we were on here, we talked about what makes a good friend. People were like, "Man, I never thought of that." And I'm like, "Bro, everybody, 8 billion people in the world, everybody got friends for the most part. But most of us don't even know what makes a good friend. We just been friends from, A1, day one, things like that. But I think friendship has to be defined, bro. What you think, Brooklyn? I think friendship has to be defined. I think friendship has to be not only defined, but clearly defined. Friendship is key for sure. So you think friendship is key for a good partner? Dwayne says, if COVID taught us anything, it's money can't always save you. That's right. That's right. Money with no health, money with no health. Yeah, the bag broke, but it's still good. Money with no health is like a Lamborghini with no alternator, bro. Or a Lamborghini with no starter. Looks good, may feel good, but it's dead in the water, man. All right. Am I gonna add some of these in here? Let me see. You know what? I'm gonna add some cherries in this bad boy. So I got the blueberries. But you're right about that, Dwayne. If you don't have your health, everything I'm saying is null and void, bro. Let me add some strawberries to this drink. Frozen strawberries. We're gonna get this smoothie rocking, man. All right, let me ask you another question, y'all. Based off this question, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. How do you know? Can you define happiness? That's so funny you asked. I think happiness is contingent upon several factors that are going well for you in your life. So I think it's a feeling of I think happiness is the temporary feeling of joy. I think joy is the ultimate goal. I think happiness is the temporary feeling of joy. I feel like happiness has a cap. You know what I'm saying? Happiness has a cap. Like, I'm happy that this food smells good. I want to give you an example. And it does smell good, my goodness. I'm happy that this food smells good, right? That's what happiness is, right? Joy is I'm grateful that I have food on my table, even when it's not my favorite food. Joy is less circumstantial and more about gratitude. Happiness is more so based off of your circumstances. How do you think that answer fair? Did I answer your question, or did I do the homiletic hopscotch? Did I answer your question? April 4th, February 11th. Let me use this one first. Did I answer the question of the happiness, bro? Happiness, I feel, comes and goes. It depends on how you look this morning. Appreciate you, Brooklyn. Happiness is temporary, right? So, like, I'm happy because I'm getting in shape, right? So it comes and goes. If I'm in shape, I'm happy. If I'm not in shape, I'm not happy. But joy is like I've found a way to find happiness in all things due to my great gratitude for life itself, knowing that life is a gift and it's not promised to nobody. Yeah, that's my thoughts. I love defining words with y'all. You know why? Because I feel like that makes us grow. So we got the frozen blueberries, frozen strawberries. I agree with that, Doris. We're gonna go organic creamy peanut butter, man. You can't go wrong with organic creamy peanut butter. Creamy peanut butter, period. Anyways, can't go wrong with that, right? Um, but yeah, I think most people would prefer joy, but because happiness is such a mainstream word, they don't know how. Like, they don't even know what joy is at this point, because nobody teaches you to have joy. By the way, um, most people are searching for happiness. That's why they keep running into the same problems, because they're looking for something to make them happy rather than finding true joy within themselves. Can y'all feel that? Rather than finding true joy within themselves, they're looking for this person to make them happy, this car, this job. You know what I mean? They're looking for all the things that are external to make them happy. Um, and that's why, my faith has been a big part of my joy. Yeah, right? Because I realize that life is not promised, man. So the fact that I'm on this screen talking with you great people, that's a blessing, bro. I don't take it for granted. You know why? Because there's somebody that wish they could do this. So I just take joy where I find joy in the good, I find joy in the bad, and I find joy in the fact that this is all a gift and it's not forever. You dig? You know what I'm saying? You're gaining fat? Like, you mean in a good way or in a way that you don't like? All right, we need some vanilla extract, don't we? Can't forget the vanilla extract. It just brings it together. It just brings it all together. But yeah, I think everybody's searching for happiness. But instead of happiness, I think the better search would be for peace. Instead of looking for happiness, I think people should look for peace. What do you think about that, Brooklyn? Malik, I think instead of focusing on happiness, why don't you find your peace in life and look for that? Oh yeah, it's a good serving right there. All right. So we got the sourdough here. Boom, boom. You know you got to put a little butter on there, or else it's going to be dry. Yeah, like I think if we look for peace rather than just finding a way to be happy, right? I think we would enjoy life more because we would chase things that actually last. Peace lasts. You know what I'm saying? I can find my peace within myself, and then I'm not looking for peace in other people. And then I can bring peace to other people. Hello. I don't know, bro. At the same time, I'm gaining strength. Well, keep going, bro. Once you dial your diet in, just keep going. That's it. That's it. As long as you're moving, the motion is lotion, baby. That's all you gotta do is move. All right. So we got this, the omelet, the sourdough toast. We're gonna blend up this. I like to keep my breakfast super simple, y'all. Sometimes I'll splurge, but you can't get no better than this: a tuna omelet, two sourdough toast. Let's go ahead and blend this up, baby. I'm gonna use some. I tried the peanut butter one. The peanut butter one tastes really good too. I got this mocha one. I think mocha may go better with this one. Let's see. But yeah, I think if people were honest with themselves and they chased peace more so than just temporary highs of what one would call happiness, I think that they would be much happier in real life. You know what I'm saying? It's all about, in my opinion, it's all about getting out of survival mode and getting into thrive mode. Question, bro, when do you know? Question, bro, when do you know you want to marry your partner? Is it a feeling in you? Is it because you love her? Let me ask you guys, let me ask you this, bro. That's a great question, Brooklyn Goat. Let me ask you this. Have you ever loved somebody before your your current partner? Have you ever loved more than one person? Not at the same time, but at different times in your life. Have you ever loved somebody and it didn't work out? I'm leading to a question. That's why I'm asking. Have you ever loved somebody but it didn't work out? It's so funny you asked that, bro, because I got a short coming out that's about to reiterate the same thing you just asked. I clipped it from a previous conversation. So if you've ever loved somebody before the person you currently love, that lets you know that love is not enough. I know the whole internet about to jump off. Hello, right? To marry someone, love is not enough, right? I'm gonna start there with y'all. To achieve peace, one must sacrifice desires. There you go, bro. Absolute peace, no, but you can be absolutely peaceful. Yeah, 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 yeah. Who disagrees with that? Love is not enough to marry somebody. Hello. Yeah, Brooklyn Goat. I'm trying to provoke you, bro. Love is not enough to get married, bro. I'm gonna tell you why. You ready? I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why, man. Listen, you ready? You agree? That's what I'm talking about, bro. Look, I'm gonna blend this, but type one in the chat if you agree while I blend this up. Love is not enough to get married. Type one in the chat if you agree. If you disagree, type two in the chat, and we're gonna chop it up. You got the ninja. I'm happy about it. Door says one. Just got to give it a couple blends, man. Love is not enough to get married. Boom. Just like that, you got Jamba Juice for the low. All right. So if you agree with that type one, love is not enough to get married. If you disagree with that, type two. If you believe that love is enough to get married. Ready? We're about to talk about this, man. Look, Brooklyn Goat, you be asking some fire questions, bro. I can't lie to you. You be asking fire questions, bro. Let's go over here and chop it up, family. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, man. Boom. Boom. I'm gonna get a straw and then we're gonna have this conversation. So the reason why I say that love is not enough to raise a family or to be in a marriage is because love is not the only thing that you need in a marriage. Love is not the only thing you need in a marriage, right? Love does not pay the bills and love does not raise the kids. It can be a component of it, but love does not pay the bills and love does not raise the kids. So if I'm looking to be with anybody that I plan on marrying, et cetera, I need to know, are they a good fit to lead the family? If it's a male, to lead the family. If it's a woman, to nourish and take care of the family, right? Can I see them raising my kids? Hello, Brooklyn Goat. Can I see them raising my kids? Yeah. You got to ask those questions, man. Can I see them taking care of me if I get sick? This is a great time to say grace, y'all. These are hard questions, but they worth it. I'm about to pray for this food. I'm going to pray for y'all. Dear Father, thank you for this food. Let it be nourishment for my body. Bless everybody in the chat. Thank you for their questions. Thank you for their presence. Thank you for allowing them to be here in their right mind. In Jesus' name, amen. Hello. So, can they raise my kids? Right? Do I see them as being a great example for my daughter? See, look, this is why y'all got to be mindful of this stuff, right? Right? Can she be a good example for my daughter? Or is my daughter going to have a bad example? Or is my son going to have a bad example? It's not only the women, it's men too. See if I can move this thing out of the way. My gosh. It's not only women, it's men too. But can they be a good example? Is the male going to be a good example for my son if you're a woman? Or is the woman going to be a good example for my daughter? Right? When it comes to how she presents herself in the world, is that a good fit? Or do I just have fun with this woman? Am I just excited to hang out with her because she looks good? She makes me feel good. All that stuff fades over time. You need more substance than just love, in my opinion. And you need time to think, do I know what love is? Or is it more so lust? Lust looks just like love, but it ain't. Listen, I already know this is not popular. I'm not on here for popularity, man. I'm gonna give you that real. You know what I'm saying? So no, it's not enough, bro. I did some marital counseling before, and it's so crazy how many people will be in a relationship situation, and when the feelings of lust fade away, because this is the thing: when you start seeing a person every day, You don't feel the same way you did. You don't get them butterflies when you used to see them, when you ain't live with them. You know what I'm saying? Some of that stuff fades. So what do you have when you don't see her or you don't see him the same way? What do you got left? You better have some friendship, right? You gotta have some. You gotta have some neutral ground where you could come back and say, okay, we're not agreeing 100% on this, but man, we're great friends. We could talk about this, right? How is the person that you're being with or you're thinking about marrying? How are they going to be when things aren't going the way they're going right now? Those are things you got to think about, right? Because anything could happen. So, do I see them taking care of me in my worst? If they're already taking care of you in your worst, that might be a good option. But what happens when the money is not moneying like it used to? What happens if I get an injury? Are they going to take care of me, or are they going to look at me as lesser than because I'm not what I used to be at the moment? Are they going to rehabilitate me? Or are they going to bring me down? Do they love me only when I'm up, or are they going to boost me when I'm down? Those are questions we all got to ask ourselves. Mini Dom, what's up, Mini Dom? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Top of the morning to you. So, for people that are aspiring to get into a marriage, you got to have hard conversations. Don't leave out the tough questions, because guess what? If you leave out the tough questions while you're dating, you're going to have to answer the tough questions while you're married. Ooh, that's good. Am I preaching or am I reaching? Whatever questions that you leave out while you're dating, you're going to have to answer those questions while you're married. And the questions are harder now because we hooked up together now, right? What y'all think? Am I preaching or am I reaching? What y'all think? It's tight, but it's right. And it's not a perfect science either. I don't want nobody to think that relationships are not a perfect science. But solid foundations keep things together. You know what I'm saying? What you think, Mini Dom? Yeah, those questions always come back up, man. I always see that, man. I always see when people get married like in 6 months or a year. And they're like, oh my gosh, this is the one. I love him so much, et cetera, et cetera. I always see they got to revisit that thing and ask the hard questions while they're already married. That's why some of the relationships fall apart, because they don't take the necessary measures because they're caught up in lust, and lust will blind you from reality. You got to remember, man, she's not going to be 5'5", thick in the thighs forever. I mean, hopefully, but maybe not. Do you see her beyond that? She said questions to ask. If y'all want kids, if y'all want to get married, financial status. Those are huge questions. I agree, Mini Dom. There go Mini Dom, always bringing common sense back to the Breakfast Club. Make conversation great again, family. Let's make it great again. You know what I mean? But those are great questions. How about this? Malik, are you still there, Malik? How about this? How about asking them, what are you looking for in a partner, right? Right? I'm gonna tell you a red flag. If you are talking to somebody, when you ask them what they're looking for in a partner, you don't want no bland, I just want them to be nice. I want them to be caring. Listen, nice and caring does not pay the bills, y'all. Yes, you want them to be nice and caring, but do they have a work ethic? Are they cool with contributing to our overall goals, or is it going to just all be on me or all on them? You got to ask those questions because one of the biggest reasons why marriages fail is due to three reasons: communication, finances, and sex. That's the three right there. That's the three reasons right there. If you get them three things in order, you're gonna be married to your 100, and y'all gonna love it. Hey, bro, I just want to say I really appreciate the conversation we had the other day. Me and my girlfriend ended up. Oh my goodness, y'all ended up breaking up. Oh my goodness. I'm trusting God. Plan. Wow, penthouse. Listen, that wasn't expected, but bro, whatever's best for you, man. Shout out to you, bro. That's kind of crazy. No, you good, penthouse. You good, bro. You good around here, bro. You good money, bro. Penthouse, we actually switched the conversation to what makes a good partner. We were talking about what makes a good friend. Now we're talking about what makes a good partner. You came in at the right time, bro. Malik, Mini, Dom, everybody be asking good questions. Cool now, everybody. Right? Trust and love. That's right. And remember how we were talking about penthouse? Can you see them raising your kids? Work ethic is important. That's right, Mini Dom. Imagine you get somebody, right? That you get with them while the money's flowing. They see the car, they see the crib, they see the assets, right? Let's say the money's not moneying like it used to be. Is she gonna stick around and help you, or is she gonna run to the next guy? Or is he gonna run to the next guy when you're not in your best, when you're not feeling your best? Does she bring you peace? I almost knocked the chair over. That is like a huge listen. Does she bring you peace? Bro, that right there is like that right there is almost the whole thing. Does she bring you peace? Does she make you calm? That's right. Dwayne, right? I almost knocked the chair over, the smoothie, everything almost got knocked over. Because that's huge. Does she bring you peace? Does he bring you peace? Is he your safe space? Right? Yeah, you got me, bro. Is it your safe space? Right? That is huge, bro. Can you imagine, right? Going out to work, long day at work, talking to the crazy. You know how everybody at work be crazy, you know? You're talking to everybody at work, and then you get home, and home is worse than the crazies at work. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that you would rather be working than being at home? That's exactly what it is. It's hell on earth, bro. That's exactly what it is. Ain't gonna work. That's right, Dwayne. So guess what? I'm about to blow everybody's mind with this one. This is why. This is why when you're in the relationship, you can't jump in and just started getting blinded by sex and traveling. Hello. That's right. Ain't gonna work. It's like the Bible verse where man is better alone and starving in the desert than bro. That's a fact. You're better in the desert or on top of a roof than being with the unhappy wife. And guess what? That's interchangeable for sure. Do you think couples going in together on a business is a good idea? Mini Dom, are they married or are they not? It depends if they're married or not. I had two clients. I don't know why, but they bought a house with their girlfriend or their boyfriend. Two, one with their boyfriend, one with their girlfriend. When they broke up, it was a debacle. It was all over the place. They were asking me, what should I do? I said, brother, sister, you need to pray because I don't know what you can do if you're buying houses with your girlfriend. Hello. Right? And I wasn't trying to be insensitive, but when it comes to laws and regulations, you can't just be out here talking about, I love you so much. We don't need a paper. We don't need a paper to get married. All we need is love, and let's buy a house together. Listen, America don't care nothing about what y'all said in y'all mouth. They care everything about what's written on that paper, on that dotted line. Minnie Dom says if they're married, sure. If they're married, and Minnie Dom, I would say if they're happily married, they should do a business together. If not, before you confuse your marriage with the business, get happy first. Right? Makes sense, right? I'm going to make common sense great again. Let's be happy first before we start a business. Because if we're not happy and we start a business, now we have an unhappy marriage and we have an unhappy business. Not good for business. Hello. That's right, Dom. You got to pray. Penthouse says you're cooking this morning. Listen, cooking breakfast and also cooking on the Breakfast Club with my people, man. But isn't that right? People get too caught up in listening to the music, and the music is telling them just fall in lust, don't worry about it, da 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 da. And people are getting jammed up because you got to understand the people that are in the music, they have money. They can shake back. You can't be following a millionaire and you're not a millionaire and you following what they're saying because they can shake back. They have a financial advisor who has them signing prenuptial agreements and stuff. You don't know about that. They don't put that in the music. With fish grease, that's right, Penthouse. Avocado oil French grease or fish grease. Can you be friends with someone who's in love with you? So, Minnie Dom, are they in love with you and you're in love with them too, or are they just in love with you? There's got to be a little more to the story, Minnie Dom. And have you guys had prior relations? That's another thing. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff makes a difference. You feel me? But if you're gonna start a business with your partner, make sure that the marriage is already built on something solid. You don't want to build on something that's not solid, and now your finances are involved. Your marriage is going to get worse. Your marriage is going to get worse because now you've added another financial strain, and you're not even happy without it. Don't do it. In other words, don't do it. But work on your marriage, work on your relationship, work on those things. By the way, just so you know, we got 11 people in here and 11 likes. That's pretty cool. It's showing ones across the top. This is the other thing. Even if your marriage is not going the way you want it to, don't only put the focus on what they're not doing. Put the focus on what you could be doing better. Right? Contrary to popular belief, it ain't always them. Sometimes it's us. Let me take a sip to that for everybody and their mama come after. right? Working on yourself sometimes is the best thing that you can do to improve your marriage. Why? Because it takes the emphasis and the energy off of what is not working, and it's putting the energy and emphasis on the things that you can work on within yourself, which is the only thing that you have control over. Hello. You can talk to your spouse till you're blue in the face, but it won't always change the circumstances. It's so easy to blame. That's right. That's right. When me and my wife have had situations in the past, what made my marriage become even better, by the way, I've been 12 years married, just so you know. What made my marriage get better was the simple fact that I started to take personal accountability rather than looking at what she was or what not was not doing. As long as I focused on what she wasn't doing, my marriage wouldn't get better because I was being negative. Now, I'm not saying she didn't have any personal responsibility in the situation. What I'm saying is I can't control her mind. All I can do is become a better leader. And guess what better leaders do? They attract better followers. Hello. Somebody say amen. Have you had marriage therapy, and do you recommend it? I've never had marriage therapy. All I had was premarital counseling. I do recommend premarital counseling with someone who has a brain. Don't just get premarital counseling with somebody that's going to ask you, "What's your favorite color? Do you like cruises?" No, don't do that. You need a marital counselor that's going to ask real questions. Let them ask about that money. Let them ask about kids, stuff that matter. Um, Mini Dom, you say you love them, but you're not in love with them. No sexual relations. So, like, what are y'all doing, Mini Dom? Like, what are y'all doing? They love you. You love them. You got to vibe with them. Are you answering Mini Dom Penthouse? You said appreciate that, Mini Dom. 12 years married. Are you saying that the person loves you, is in love with you, you love them, but y'all not together? Like, what y'all doing? Y'all just friends or what? Sounds like a situationship. A new word that we done came out with in society. Usher, I don't remember you. I don't remember you, but top of the morning to you, Usher. Or user. I, I said Usher. It says user. I'm saying you got to vibe with the counselor. That's right, Penthouse. Listen, you know why I do marital coaching. I coach married couples. It's not counseling because I'm not a licensed counselor. I'm a licensed coach. And what I do is I start to bring out the questions that should have been asked at conception. I build rapport with my clients, and then I start to ask them questions that they probably aren't thinking. Like, what is the found? Let me tell you guys this right here. Any relationship that you're in, this is how you can find out where the relationship is going. Are you ready? Type one in the chat if you want to hear this. And this is going to answer your question too, Mini Dom. I'm going to save you guys a whole bunch of time in y'all's relationships. You ready? Hey, Penthouse, you'll save yourself. You'll save everybody in your life if you do that. It's keeping it simple. I'm about to save everybody in this live stream time with one simple question. And this question, you can bring this question back to your family and ask them, ask your mama, ask your daddy, ask them what their answer is to this question. Brooklyn says, "Bro, are you monetized?" No, I'm not monetized, bro. Not yet, bro. But um, it's kind of hard because I'm only gonna get on here and be me and try to help people. I'm not getting on here doing backflips and all kind of stuff for monetization, you know. But God willing, it will happen, you know. I appreciate you, Brooklyn Goat. If you guys watch the content or bring more people to come to the conversation, it'll help with monetization. Brooklyn Goat, I appreciate you. Send some of your families and friends to come chop it up, help build a community, and I'm sure it will happen, bro. But if it doesn't happen, I still enjoy you guys, man. I really do. Check this out. I have an exercise for all of you guys to ask yourself and to ask people in your family so we can come back and talk about it. Ready? Ask yourself in your relationship, in your friendships, in your situationships with your partner or to be partner. This is the question that you ask, and this will settle everything. Mini Dom, this is for you too. Ready? Here it is. What is the foundation of our relationship? Hello. Simple question. What is the foundation of the relationship? What's the foundation? Right? What are we building on? Right? The good book says that a house, right, built on sand cannot stand. Right? So, what am I building on with that person? What foundation do we have? Think about building a house, right? If you don't know, you're not ready. Hello. If you don't know, then we're not ready. Because why would I build a house on sand when I know it can't stand? Does that make sense, y'all? Let's make common sense great again, baby. Manny Dom says, what is the foundation of our relationship? That's right. What is the foundation? What is it built on? When people say, people always give you generic stuff like, oh, it's built on love, it's built on trust. It's built on love and trust during the good times. Right? What is our foundation? Because if we're building on sand, it's not if it falls down, it's when it falls down. Right? You need solid, firm foundation in order to build relationships on. What y'all think about that? Because if you're just building, guess what we're doing, y'all? You know what we're building? Rip man, what's up, baby? If we're just building, right, but we have no foundation, you know what we're doing? I'm going to tell y'all what we're doing. You ready? All right. If you're building, look at my hands right here. Let's say you're building, no foundation, building. Guess what you're doing? You're moving and wasting energy and getting nowhere. Boom. Hey, Penthouse, man. I see you on the next one, man. I'm going to be doing some teachings on with the whiteboard on some of my videos coming out, some of my longer, not too long, probably 3-minute long videos. But I'm going to be defining terms so that we can all grow as a community. Because if we define terms, guess what we're going to do? We're going to bulletproof our life from things that we don't need, number one, and also things that could potentially come in and ruin our trajectory due to not asking the hard questions. And it's not even super hard questions. They're very simple questions, but they're not mainstream questions. That's right, Brooke. That's right, Malik. You feel what I'm saying? If we don't have a foundation, what are we building on? Right, Minnie Dom? What is the foundation of y'all friendship? Y'all love each other, but you're not in love, right? right? But what are we doing? What are we building on? Are we building on like what's the you feel me? Because that sounds a little murky. It sounds like it's gonna get murky at some point, and some people gonna get their feelings hurt. That's what it sounds like. Someone who supports you and always is there for you. That's right. You gotta be reliable. That's friendship too, by the way. You gotta be reliable. How about that? Is she reliable? Is he reliable? Or are they there for you out of convenience and not out of care? Right? Are you gonna be there for me when I'm down? Or are you just there when I'm up? User, I'm a fitness coach and also a life coach. Are they reliable? That is so important. That's right, Minnie Dom. Yeah, like if you're like people can learn things, by the way. So I'm not saying they make a mistake and you just cut them off. If a person is consistently unreliable, you want them to raise your kids. Hello. Rip Man says, yeah, I feel like some of my friends are just there to use me. Yeah, Rip Man, if you have friends that are users, if you get rid of them, it'll be like dropping a 50-pound weight off of your back. Let them ride. My flight here, bro. I'm going to catch you on the next one. I believe Philly going to lose this weekend, bro. I'm going to catch you in Discord. Listen, don't only come in Discord when my team loses. You got to come in Discord when your team loses. All right, Malik? Have a safe flight, brother. Thank you for joining this conversation today. I appreciate you being here, man. What is the best job for you? The best job for you is one that makes you feel alive, user. One that you feel like is a part of your purpose. Yeah, Rip Man, cut them off. Get around people that make you better, not bitter. Be around people that make you better, not bitter. You feel me? That's right, Minnie Dom. Because if you're getting bitter, you're not getting better. But if you're getting better, you're not getting bitter. I love how that comes together, don't y'all? User says, do you believe in God? I do. How about you? Yeah, Rip Man, that's it. Get better before you get better, man. Or get better before you get better, man. Yeah, Mini Dom. Usually if you're having, I just thought of something while you're in here. Usually if you're having those feelings, Mini Dom, it's giving you, there's a reason why you guys aren't together. Hello. There's a reason why you're not together, Mini Dom. You got to think about that. There's a reason why y'all not together. What's the reason? Hello. Do you enjoy when you talk people in live? Yeah, as long as they talking, making sense with me and we're able to build and flow, absolutely. You feel me, Mini Dom? That's what I would say. There's a reason for the hesitation. That's what you got to deal with. You did. All right, does anybody have any more questions before I close out the Breakfast Club today? We had an awesome conversation, man. Do you play games? I play a couple games. I play a little Call of Duty. I play a little Mortal Kombat, stuff like that. Do any of my Breakfast Club people have any questions before I get out of here and get ready for these sessions? I've never heard of the Outer Worlds, Rip Man, to be honest with you. I never heard of it. But maybe something I have to look into. Do you have a favorite singer or NBA player? Favorite singer? Not really. I don't have a favorite. NBA player right now, man, the NBA is so different right now. I couldn't even tell you a favorite NBA player right now. I'm a Heat fan, but I don't have a favorite player right now. It's like an RPG game set in the future, but yeah, what's your favorite basketball team? Miami Heat, bro. Anybody see that University of Miami game last night against Ole Miss? Miami came to play, baby. Are you from Milwaukee? If you're from Milwaukee, tell Giannis to come to Miami. Or from North Dakota. Wow, that's funny. I never met somebody from North Dakota. What is North Dakota known for? What is North Dakota known for? I never really. Farms? Rip Man says farms, I guess. That's super honest, bro. User, probably now. I'm just closing out with you guys. But listen, man, listen. Great conversation today. Hopefully I see you on the next one. Check out my latest video called Embrace the Gift. It's only 2 minutes long. Check it out. Let me know what you think. All right? And remember this, y'all. No matter what you're going through, we also have Air Force Base. Oh, nice. Nice. Remember, no matter what you're going through, look yourself in the mirror, Rip, user, and tell yourself, let's go, let's grow. Let's go. That's right, Mini Dom. Watch their actions. That's right. I see y'all on the next one, all right? Much love to y'all, man. I see you on the next one, man. Mini Dom, do the right thing. Much love to you.